Hi students, today I will explain nuclear fusion process. Nuclear fusion process. Nuclear fusion process. Nuclear fusion means two or more light nuclei are combined to form heavier nucleus and release of some energy. Two or more light nuclei are combined to form heavier nucleus and release of some energy. So this phenomena is called nuclear fusion. For example, He12 and He12. He12 plus H12, we get helium-24 and release of some energy 24 MeV. So this phenomena is called nuclear fusion. Similarly, four protons are combined to get helium and release of two positrons and some energy 27.6 MeV. So these are the examples of nuclear fusion process. Now, for this process, it requires very high temperature and pressure because to overcome the mutual repulsion between the nucleons, it requires high temperature and pressure. So, it is called thermonuclear reaction. It is called thermonuclear reaction. Now, in this fusion process, 0.7% of 0.7% of mass converted into energy. 0.7% of mass converted into energy, and the energy released per nucleon will be more in this case. Energy per nucleon will be more in this nuclear fusion process. So it is a thermonuclear reaction because it takes place at a high temperature, and it is the principle of hydrogen bomb. It is the principle of hydrogen bomb. The principle of atom bomb is nuclear fission, and principle of hydrogen bomb is nuclear fusion. And sun and stars emit the energy by the process of nuclear fusion. By the process of nuclear fusion. So now here four protons are combined to form helium nucleus and release of some energy. But this process takes place by two cycles. One is proton-proton cycle, other one is carbon-nitrogen cycle. Now discuss one by one. First one is proton-proton cycle, that is PP cycle. Proton-proton cycle or PP cycle. So now this cycle takes place, sun or stars having temperature is order of 15 into 10 power 6 Kelvin. The temperature on surface of the stars or sun is order of 15 in 10 power 6 Kelvin. So they release the energy by the process of proton-proton cycle. So in this cycle, four protons are combined to form helium nucleus and release of some energy. So H11 plus H11 gives H12 and release of one positron and some energy Q1. Again H12 combined with one more proton gives helium 23 and release of some energy, we say that Q2. Again helium 23 combined with one more proton, we get helium 24 and release of one positron and some energy, we say that Q3. Now combining all these equations, so we get four protons are combined, helium 24 and two positrons, and energy released that is nearly 27.6 MeV. So in this, once again, four protons are combined. So here H11 plus H11 gives H12 release of one positron and some energy. And again H12 combined with one more proton, we get helium 24 and release of energy, we say that Q2. Again helium 23 combined with one more proton, it becomes helium 24 and one positron release of some energy. By combining, so now here H12 cancel out left side and right side, helium 23 are cancelled out, we get 4 protons, combine helium 24 and release of 2 positrons and some energy nearly 27.6 MeV. So this we called proton-proton cycle. And next one is carbon nitrogen cycle, CN cycle. Carbon nitrogen cycle. Carbon nitrogen cycle takes place on surface of the sun or stars having temperature is order of 20 into 10 power 6 Kelvin. So temperature on surface of the sun or stars is order of 20 in 10 power 6 Kelvin. So they emit the energy by the process of carbon nitrogen cycle. Now in this cycle carbon 612 combined with one proton, we get nitrogen 713 and release of some energy, we say that Q1. Again nitrogen 713 becomes carbon 613 and release of one positron and some energy, we say that U2. Again carbon 613 combined with one more proton, we get nitrogen 714 and release of some energy, we say that Q3. Again nitrogen 713 combined with one more proton, it become oxygen nitrogen 714 oxygen 815 and release of some energy, we say that Q4. Again oxygen 815 decay into nitrogen 715 and release of one positron and some energy Q5. Again nitrogen 715 combined with one more proton, it become carbon 612 and helium 24 and release of some energy, that we say that Q6. Now combining all these equations, we get 4 protons are combined at helium 24 and 2 positrons and release of some energy, that is 27.6 MeV. So this is a carbon nitrogen cycle. Once again carbon 612 combined with one proton gives nitrogen 713 release of some energy. Again nitrogen 713 become carbon 612 by releasing one positron and some energy. Carbon 613 combined with one proton, it become nitrogen 714 and release of some energy. Nitrogen 714 combined with one more proton gives oxygen 815 and release of some energy, we say that Q4. Again oxygen 815 become nitrogen 715 and release of one positron and some energy. Again nitrogen 715 combined with one more proton, we get carbon 612 and helium 24 and release of energy, we say that Q6. And combining all these expressions, 4 protons are combined, we get helium 24 and 2 positrons and release of energy 27.6 MeV. So clearly adding means, so here nitrogen 713 and both left side right side cancel out. Carbon 613 cancel out. Nitrogen 714 cancel out. Oxygen 815 cancel out. Nitrogen 715 cancel out. Carbon 612 cancel out on both sides. So we get this expression. And next one is pair production. Pair production. In this pair production process, gamma photon energy is converted into electron and positron. Means if gamma photon incident on any substance, it is absorbed by the nucleus of the substance and emits electron and positron. So this phenomena is called pair production. Gamma photon of energy, we say that h nu, incident on any substance and re-emit electron and positron. Pair will be produced. So this is called pair production. We know that the rest mass of the electron m not equal to 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kgs. So its equivalent energy equal to mc square, that is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 into 3 into 10 power 8 whole square in joules. That is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 into 9 into 10 power 16 joules. Now divide with 1.6 in 10 power minus 19, we get in electron volt. 9.1 in 10 power minus 31 into 9 into 10 power 16 divided by 1.6 into 10 power minus 13, we get 0.51 MeV. 0.51 MeV. So that the minimum photon energy must be equal to minimum energy equal to 0.51 plus 0.51, that is 1.02 MeV to create or to produce pair production. So the minimum energy of the gamma photon is 1.02 MeV. If this incident gamma photon energy less than this 1.02 MeV, okay, incident gamma photon energy is less than 1.02 MeV, so we get photoelectric effect or Compton effect. There is no pair production. If it is equal to 1.02 MeV, we get electron and positron without any kinetic energy. If energy of this gamma photon is greater than 1.02 MeV, we get electron and positron pair and having some kinetic energy. So this is called pair production. And next one is pair of annihilation or pair annihilation. Means it is if electron and positron, pair annihilation means electron and positron are combined. Electron and positron are combined to get gamma radiation or gamma photon. So this is called pair annihilation. Pair annihilation. Electron and positron are combined. We get gamma photon to gamma to conserve the energy and charge. So this is called pair production, pair annihilation.